Today's tutorial for cubing is on intuitive F2L and simple F2L cases that you should know. The first thing I would like to mention before showing you these simple F2L cases is that while making an F2L pair, which is a pair of two blocks like this, you want both of the pieces that need to go together. So this is blue and red, this is an edge piece, and the corner piece is white, blue, red that needs to go right here. So these two line up. And you want to make sure the two pieces you need to line up are both in the top layer. The first two simplest F2L cases you should know is just how to insert these blocks. So if you have a block that needs to go on the right side, you want it in the top left and do R, U prime, R prime. And if you have a block that needs to go into the left side, you want it in the top right and you can do L prime, U, L. Another simple F2L case you should know is when they're already both in the top layer and the corner piece that needs to go with the edge piece, the white side is facing up. And this is for if you have a white cross. But let's say I had a red cross, the red side would be facing up. So you want to take the edge piece. So I have white, blue, and red. This is the corner piece that lines up with this edge piece. So you're going to line up this edge piece on whatever side it goes to. So this lines up right here. And then how I figure out which way to turn it, left or right, what you can do is if the front side facing you matches the side right here of the corner, then you turn it to the right. And then, so what you're going to do, if these two colors line up, you're going to do F, U, F prime. And then this is just the simple F2L case where this is facing you. You can do U, R, U prime, R prime. The one other case that could happen when you have the corner piece facing up is you line it up, but these two colors do not match. So what you're going to do is instead of turning the front face to the right first, you're going to turn it to the left, do a U2, and then do an F. And that should make that black. And this is just the simple U prime, L prime, U, L case. One other case that could happen is the white corner piece is on the side instead of the top. And what you'll notice is the red side is facing me, and the red side right here is on top. The green side is on top right here, and the green side is in the back right here. So you'll notice that, sorry, I'm just putting it right here so that it doesn't mess anything up. So if you do an R move, that'll line these two blocks up. So you want to line it up over the space it needs to go in, and you can do R, U, R prime. And as you can see, it'll line it up, and then you do a U to line it up with the space it needs to go in, and then you can do an R prime to put that there. The lefty version of this case, where instead of it being on the right side and you need to move the right side, where you need to move the left side, and it would line these two up. So for this case, you would hold the corner so it's facing to the left, and you would do L prime, U prime, L. And as you can see, L prime lines the block up, U prime lines it up with the place it needs to go into, and L puts it back where it was before. Two of the trickier cases that you might have is where you need the two pieces you need are connected in the top layer. And so what you want to do is you want to find a move that can separate them. Like for me, I could do an F prime, but if I did an F, it would move it to the bottom layer, so I won't want that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an F prime, and then a U2 so that the edge piece and the corner piece are out of the way. And I'm going to do an F to put that back. So now these two are separated, and I can do a very simple case where the corners lined up. So I'm going to line this up, and this corner, these colors do not match, but I know if I do an F and then a U2, they will match. So do an F prime. This is a black. Again, U, R, U prime, R prime. The other thing you could have while having the conjoined ones is where instead of it being conjoined on the left, you can have it conjoined on the right. So for me, you can do an R move right here, and then I'll do a U2 to move the edge piece and the corner piece out of the way, and then an R prime to put that back. And then this is a simple case where I'll line it up, and I can do R prime, U2, R, and that'll make this black right here. And you can see that this yellow piece is lined up, but that's not very important. So I have it lined up in the left side, and I can do R, U prime, R prime. While trying to get the pieces in the top layer while doing your F2L step, you might find that an edge piece is in the right place, but you need it in the top layer. So if your edge piece is in the right side, you can do R, U, R prime. Or you could do R, U prime, R prime, whichever works best for wherever the corner is. Once again, if you have the edge piece in the right place, but you need it in the top layer, but this time it's on the left side, or I guess you can look at it this. Either way it works. But if you prefer the lefty version, it would go like this. You can do L prime, U prime, L, or you could also do L, U, L prime. Or sorry, L prime, U, L, whichever one works best for you. One last thing that could happen during your F2L stage is where the corner's in the right spot, but you need it in the top layer. So I will show you the left and right version. So the right version is R, U, R prime, or R, U prime, R prime, whichever one works best for you. And then the lefty version of this would be if you have a corner in the right place and you need to move it out. So on the lefty side, it would be L prime, U prime, L, or you could do L, U, L prime. I hope this tutorial on F2L was helpful for you. Don't forget to share my videos with your friends and family who are trying to learn how to solve different cubes. And don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on notifications if you want to find out when I have more videos posted. Bye!